I was a pastor for 10 years, and during the time that I was a senior pastor, there was always that tension of how do we serve. We were a church in the inner city. How do we pastor the urban community and the needs that are right in our corner, right across the street from us, and right in our backyard, and even our church pews, and at the same time see ourselves as part of the global Christian community? It's a very significant challenge to express your church ministry in the local context, but also in the global context. I think some of those boundaries are artificial, and I think we have to examine the fact that those boundaries are not as sound or clear as they were several decades ago. For example, I know of a church, a small Spanish-speaking church in the city of Boston, where the pastor of the church had zero mission budget. They had no money set aside for quote-unquote missions. But every year he would go back to his hometown in the Dominican Republic, and he would hold revival meetings. Now, this is off the books. He's paying for it out of his pocket because he's just going home to see family. And as a result of his yearly visits, hundreds of people would come to Christ. And every year, 2 or 3 new churches would start every time he would visit that church, visit his home church in the Dominican Republic. And then those churches would actually start other churches in the Dominican Republic and in other parts of the Caribbean as well. So our research showed that after about a 20-year ministry, completely off the books, zero money spent on missions, this one pastor had started 300 churches in a 20-year time frame. Again, let me emphasize, the mission budget was zero. This was just a local church pastor going back to his hometown in the Dominican Republic, holding revivals and starting churches. Now, my question would be, does it make sense to raise $1 million a year to send 1 or 2 missionaries to the Dominican Republic? Or does it make sense to support this local pastor of a Dominican church in the city of Boston and amplify that impact 1,000 times? And so this is where I'm talking about the lines between global and local are beginning to blur. We can continue and should continue to support this global efforts. It's the good work of God. But now we have some opportunity to support local efforts that might actually turn out to have a global impact.